See, my thing is this.
Hold up. This conversation is not going the way I planned.
Listen,
are we really telling the people that white lies and touch of dishonesty is okay?
Hey, what's going on, fam? It's your boy Barry Darius
and your girl Esther Darius,
and this is B&E's House,
where we establish fun, fulfillment, and foundation in your life and marriage.
Of course.
And today, what are we talking about?
So, babe, today we're going to be talking about this topic, right, called honesty, right?
Okay.
And so we're asking the question: is honesty the best policy in a relationship? Right? And I know some of y'all like, well, why wouldn't it be? Well, we're gonna get into that topic, and we're going to dissect it. We're gonna maneuver and kind of go into like why, or why not that honesty is a good policy. And we're gonna start off with this little video.
All right, so earlier this year, I was listening to The Breakfast Club, and they were doing their rumor report, and Angela Yee was doing her rumor report about Mendeecee and Yandy, and they are in this show where it's couples retreat. I think that's what it is.
Just to let you know, I know about Breakfast Club. I just didn't know who what? What's the name?
Mendeecee, babe.
Okay, I don't know who they are, but I know Breakfast Club. Shout out to Breakfast.
So anyways, she's giving a rumor report about how on the show, Yandy gives her husband a hypothetical question, and she said that, she held him down. He was in jail for a while, and she's asking hypothetically, would you return the favor if you were in my shoe? If the shoe was on the other foot.
Right.
So when she asked him that, he answered it a way that she didn't expect. And that's kind of why I brought up to my husband. I was like, I wonder what I would have said, because then it made me think, is honesty a good policy? So I want us to watch this video. I'm going to get his reaction on it, and then we're going to get into the episode.
Now, people are all talking about what happened with Yandy and Mendeecee when things got real, talking about his time in prison and if he would have reciprocated.
If the roles were reversed, would you hold me down?
If the shoes was on the other foot, I don't know what I will be able to do.
And that's a problem.
People have said to me, you doing all this, would he do that for you? And I've always combated with, yeah, he would. We love each other. But to hear him sit here in my face and be like, I don't know.
And listen, I'm telling you the truth.
Like, that's so unfair.
Why wouldn't you at least just lie about it?
That's exactly.
They were on TV, the camera. Come on, man.
Exactly. Yo, in the world of Papoose, drop one of Clues bombs for Papoose. In the world of Papoose, Mendeecees, you can't lie. I mean, in that moment, you just say yes.
It was
Hell
nasty.
yes.
It was nasty.
The cameras are rolling.
It was a little nasty.
Come
Where is
on.
Ayanla? Where is Ayanla before the season ends?
You let Papoose down.
It was a little nasty.
Papoose would never. Papoose set the example for all of us. Papoose walked so the rest of us could run. Papoose showed us the answer to that question. Okay, Mendeecees, come on. It is a hypothetical. You can't lie in a hypothetical.
Like, Yandy's not even going to jail unless it's
Exactly.
overnight
That's
protest.
my
That's it.
point. Mendeecees, come on.
He should have
Come on,
fabricated.
King.
Feel that way. He should have fabricated that.
Come on, King.
Damn.
Come on, the answer was right there. Like, literally, the answer is on the paper. Come on, man.
Like, I'd have held you down, girl.
That's
Dang.
it, King.
Come on,
girl.
Why would you even ask me?
Don't disrespect you. Of course I'd have held you down. Papoose ain't got nothing on me. You damn right I'd have held you down, Queen.
He was like, I don't know. I got to think about that.
Oh.
Okay, so that's kind of what happened. I think the commentary from Breakfast Club made it hilarious. But all jokes aside, even though he answered truthfully and honestly, the question here is honesty the best policy? It was a hypothetical situation. It was a hypothetical question. Would you be honest? Is he wrong? Is he wrong for that?
I think that Charlamagne was absolutely correct. in that situation, right? And especially in front of everybody, you know what I mean? And you know the homegirls of the girlfriend, you know, done already told her like, oh yeah, he wouldn't do the same. You gotta prove him wrong, right? Now, whether or not you would do it, you know what I'm saying, that situation was to happen, we don't know yet. But boy, you better go ahead and give her the, you know, shot of a doubt that you would hold her down.
I got you, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you being serious right now?
You just don't do that.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
So it's okay to lie in a hypothetical.
Listen, I truly believe that honesty is a great policy. Honesty is a great policy. You should try to be honest as much as you can. But there are certain things that, you know, honesty will get you more into trouble than you want it to, especially for certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Honesty will get you in trouble for certain situations. For that situation, it kind of reminds me of when a guy proposes to a woman and she wants to be honest and probably say no. Do you think, in the same sense, that she should say yes because the whole family's there, and then pull him aside afterwards and be like, oh, so I really don't want to marry you, and I just did that because I didn't want you to feel bad?
I mean, she could spare him, you know, that embarrassment.
Okay.
Because it's probably a lot easier to tell the family, hey, the engagement is off, as opposed to you sitting right there and then he done did all this you know, stuff, and then he done got on one knee but like, will you marry me? And she's like, nah.
You truly make me the happiest person on earth.
And then everybody in the background like, oh.
But I don't think that's right. I used to think that, let me tell you yes here, and then later tell you no. But the way I'm thinking now is that the reality is it still hurts. Honesty hurts no matter which way you look at it. So it's like, you're talking about spare him, but the reality is I don't want to marry you. And the same thing with that situation.
I understand that, you know. And that person,
because the hurt doesn't change.
Listen, the guy is still gonna feel hurt, right? The hurt is still gonna be
exactly
there. But the hurt is gonna be greater in front of everybody. She done said no in front of everybody. Then you always got that cousin or that friend, but like, dang, you know what I mean? Or like, yeah, you know, they always do something extra where you feel like even worse. So I'm just saying, you know, in that scenario, you could just say yes, and then later on pull him to the side and be like, I really don't want to, you know. But here's the thing though.
But here's the thing. Tell me what the thing is, because I don't see it like that.
And I got this question, you know, as a man, from a man's perspective. Women, can you handle the truth?
Yes.
You can't handle the truth.
Okay.
Yes.
Example. You wake up one morning, right? You looking a little funky. The hair is a little bit lopsided. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, you ask us the question, babe, do I look good? What are we gonna say? Are we supposed to be like, girl, you look hideous right now?
But
okay, you done just woke up.
But here,
or
okay.
It might be like,
no. You can be honest without being hurtful. Honesty could be packaged a certain way.
Wait. But let me ask you this question.
Honesty could be packaged.
Let me ask you a question though. If you were to ask me that question, right? If the roles were reversed,
yeah,
right? And who is it? Let's just say that, you know, I would have said what he said, right? And I would have said, I don't know, but I would like to believe that I want to hold you down like this. How would you feel?
I'll be like,
you still feel some type of way. You be like, what?
I'll be like, you would like to.
Exactly.
Nigga, I did.
Exactly.
But I'm still saying. But remember, I said earlier.
And when it comes to the waking up part, right? If I would have said, babe, do I look good? No.
The reality.
Simple no. You still would have been like, what you mean no?
I don't do that.
Not with an attitude.
I don't do that. Listen, I preferenced my statement. I preferenced my statement earlier. I preferenced my statement earlier and said honesty hurts.
Okay.
It hurts.
So,
but
that's why my man Charlemagne said, listen, in certain situations, you know what I'm saying? You just say, heck yeah, girl, I'll hold you down. Heck, girl, you look beautiful, girl. Come on, you know I love you.
All right.
There's certain things where, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to lie, but we know that the truth, you know, it's not something that you can always handle in certain situations.
I remember a long time ago you said that to me. You was like, why do you ask questions that you don't want the answers to? Stop it. It wasn't even that deep.
Give myself a high
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
That's a great
okay, I get that. Sometimes, but I feel like that goes both ways. Don't be acting like only women are the only honest ones in the relationship.
Okay. Listen, I do not condone, you know, lying all the time or perpetual lying, okay?
So, are you saying that white lies are necessary in certain relationships?
Explain to the people white lies.
I don't know. I guess white lies are what people want to consider where it's...
Put my leg up.
I from growing up, people would say white lies where it's like, it's a... it's a lie, but it's not detrimental type of lie. It's a... I think that's what it is. It's like, it's a lie, but it ain't gonna hurt nobody type of lie.
So, if that is a definition of a white lie, sometimes you want to be able to, you know, lie. And you know, that's something difficult and complex because when you teach your kids, right, when we have kids, you want to say, hey, be honest, don't lie.
Right.
But then, you know, sometimes you realize in certain situations, you're going to have to lie just a little bit to be able to conserve people's feelings, right? If it's not something serious. If it's something like hiding skeletons in the closet, like it's best to come forward with that,
this conversation is not...
But something like a little meal, not, you know, being good. Something like your boy, you know, just simply answering the question, heck yeah, girl, I'll hold you down. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'd have held you down, girl.
That's it, King. Come on.
Why would you even ask me?
Don't disrespect me.
And see, my thing is this.
Hold up. This conversation is not going the way I planned.
Listen,
are we really telling the people that white lies and touch of dishonesty is okay?
No.
Then you need to tell them what you're trying to say, because that's what I'm hearing.
Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you communicate with your spouse, you want to be honest, truthful, and be able to communicate effectively with your spouse.
Okay.
However, there are going to be times where the significant other may not be able to handle the honesty that you would love to give them, right? For certain things, and particularly things that you would not want to make or break the relationship. If you love your girl, right, then you will, you know, do anything in your power to try to not hurt her, right? To spare her feelings, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you just continue with the perpetual lie, because maybe off screen, you can have an honest conversation, say, hey girl, you know, I love you and I love you to death, and I would want to believe that I'm going to do that. But I just want to let you know what you did was a very, very hard thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. You can stop right there. No off screen, on screen thing. It's basically and for that scenario, just
it's almost similar to the whole marriage thing.
But then
It's similar to the marriage thing.
But listen, now is my turn. I think with honesty, there's timing. in the heat of
exactly.
No, but okay, let me
Exactly.
finish. In the heat of the moment, if he's saying what you just said, you know, yes, of course I'll hold you down. Of course, you know, I would never do that to you. You know, and you know, for whatever reason, I got you the way you got me. Blah blah blah. This whole off-screen thing is not the time at that moment. It would be something where we're off the show completely. And one day we're out for dinner, or one day we're having our date day or date night or whatever. And I'm like, hey, you know, I really want to talk to you about something. I want to let you know that I really appreciate everything you did for me. I really want, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When you asked me that question, I was taken aback. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know what I would have done. But I hope everything I said that night is true, that I would have done everything in my power to hold you down. Boom. So
How's that any different than what I just said?
Because you're saying it off air. She just heard what she wanted to hear, and then it almost takes backsies. Like, I'm gonna take that back and be like, you know, everything I said is kind of right, but it's like you're taking it back at the same moment. So it's too heated.
So hold on. So our response is the same, but it's just yours.
But
just
it's
a couple months after.
Yes, because think about it right now. Think about it. We have this conversation. We get in an argument. No, for real. If we get in an argument and you said something I didn't like, I think what we have to realize is that the timing of when we discuss it will be different. That's all I'm trying to say. And also the intent. Why are you being honest?
Okay.
Like, we're going back and forth about this whole honesty thing, and we're like, yeah, a little white lie here, and don't hurt the person, or, you know, to shield their you know, whatever, spare them. But why? What is it that you're saying? And why are you saying what you're saying?
In terms of being honest?
In terms of being honest.
Or in terms of lying?
In terms of being honest. There are times where you can be honest, but it doesn't mean what you're saying is necessary for that time. Ooh, I just said something right there.
Or what you're saying is true.
Right. Because we love to say, well, the truth of the matter is, or the fact, like, it's not, if it's going to be true, that means that there's a fact to it. Like, there's no lie to it. But sometimes it's not true. It's just the fact that you believe that it's true.
Like, you were being honest in terms of how you feel, but it doesn't mean that what you're saying is actually true.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of times people be like, well, honestly, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, but that's not what happened. That's not true. You know? And then when you lay out the facts, you be like, this is what it is for real.
I think that's the difference between honesty, being transparent, and then for some of y'all being brash. Like, I think we've had an issue like that in the past where I said something to you and I was like, I'm being honest, and you told me I was being brash. Like, it was a while back. It was just when I explained stuff to you and you were making yourself vulnerable for help or vulnerable to hear my opinion. I said it just any type of way, but I didn't realize that I was hurting your feelings. And even if I was trying to be honest, like, once again, the intent, why am I saying what I'm saying? If it was really for you to grow, I would have been a little bit more mindful of how I said it to you.
Yeah, I think that's why I said, you know, I would encourage couples to, you know, be effective in your communication because, like you said, sometimes we may try to say that we're being honest, right? But then with what intent? You know what I'm saying? Are we being honest so that we can be able to keep the trust within the relationship? Are we being honest because, you know, you done got fed up and you're like, you know what? I'm tired of, not speaking my mind, so I'm gonna tell the truth, right? Or what you believe is the truth, but actually not true.
I got something for that one.
What?
Not speaking my mind. I think that some people are being dishonest by not speaking up. I know it sounds crazy, but like, I know of a situation where the person is kind of annoyed and their spouse just doesn't truly know what they feel. And they chose to omit information. They chose to omit information, and they're like, you know what? You know, just like people be like, oh, happy spouse, happy, you know, house.
Yeah.
So they don't say nothing. So they're not being honest with themselves or to the person about how they truly feel. So they stay quiet and they leave a mirage in the household to make the household seem like it's perfect, but it's not.
So let's go ahead and give it to the people. You know what I'm saying? Is honesty the best policy?
Yes.
I also agree. That honesty is the best.
Even though you just told them about white lies and telling them what they want to hear?
Listen. It's the same thing as if somebody came up to you, but like, do I look fat? Are you gonna be like, a little bit? Yeah, you do look. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, no, girl. You know, you just might look a little. You know what I'm saying? Big bone, but you muscular. You know what I'm saying?
Or you flip the script. How you feel?
Exactly. You're like, how do you think you look? You know what I'm saying? And then you might say, your thick is in. You thick, girl. You not, nah. So it's just a matter of your intent and being able to find a way to communicate to people where you can be truthful, you can be honest, but let's also watch our tone and how we say it. You know what I'm saying? And even with the situation with the dude, he could at least said something like, that's a very hard thing that you did. I love you, and I think that I would do that. I truly believe that I would do that. But it's very, very hard, like if something was happening right now, like it would be detrimental. But I think that I would.
Basically,
something like that.
Basically,
because you're being honest.
Hold up.
You know what I mean? You're being honest.
I'm gonna put y'all on game.
But at the same time, you not lying at the same time. You know what I mean?
All right, let me put y'all on game real quick. Basically, use the sandwich method. The meat is the honesty, but the bread and how you package it is the fluff. You know what I mean? It's basically like you said. I love you. Boom, bread. What you did was hard, more of the bread. When we get to the middle, I don't really know if I could. Back to the bread, but you know what? I still love you for what you did.
I wouldn't even put the I don't really know if I could. What
would be the meat?
I would never say
what would be the meat?
I would say I think that if I was in the same situation, I would do that.
That's the meat.
I would love to think that I would do that.
And then what is the bread again? And once again, I love you.
And once again, it's I love you. And you're a great mother. You're a great spouse.
Yeah.
And I think we're wonderful together. We're a power couple. You know. But with that question, I think that I would do that. I would love to think that. You know what I'm saying? Because what you did, it was hard.
It was hard. It was so hard.
It was, girl. Appreciate you.
I have one last question, and it's specific to you because I feel like most men feels like this.
Give it to me.
All right. Do you think that we put our spouses in a position to be dishonest because the past history that they've had in certain conversations with their spouse?
Well,
you're
Esther,
being so extra right now, babe.
I would like to answer this question by saying,
so extra right now.
Yes, I believe that a lot of us men feel that way. It's like I said in the beginning, I was ahead of my time. But when I said, can you handle the truth? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Sometimes we feel like, you're not able to handle the honesty that we're going to give. It's kind of like how you said, you're asking these questions, but can you handle, right? The honesty that I'm going to give you to this answer. Why are you going to ask a question to which you're not able to handle the answer? You know what I mean? So yes, I believe that there are a lot of men who feel this way, and we really try to be truthful, honest, transparent, you know what I'm saying, open, vulnerable, all those words,
But remember, this goes both ways. This is not just, I'm gonna talk for the men and y'all women need to shape up. Some guys are sensitive in certain areas. And if that area get touched, they act out as well.
Well, but
So,
you asked me
okay,
about
I'm
the
just,
men,
and I had to
so-
let you know, okay, that it is both ways as well.
And I will say this though. In terms of men or women, in terms of us giving the honest response, we also, and I think you touched on it, we also have to watch how we're honest, how we're being honest, right? In terms of the severity of it, in terms of, you know, you don't have to hurt the person's feelings. You don't have to try to, you know, make them feel bad. It's like, well, to be honest, yada, 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 yada. And you know that that's going to, you know what I'm saying, make them mad or make them some type of way. Like, the purpose of being honest and to have the good policy of being honest is so that, number one, you can keep that trust, right, between the relationship. And number two, if I can be honest with you, right, then that means that anytime I hear something outside that somebody said, either they're lying or you already heard it before, heard it from the spouse. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm hearing something outside of our relationship for the first time, that's gonna make me feel some type of way, and that causes a lot of strife in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Hearing from the outside. So
and I just want to close and say one thing you said, the principle. If this is gonna be our principle, if honesty is the best policy and you guys both believe that, y'all both have to do it.
Come on now.
And that's it.
Come on now.
So we said a lot.
We did.
We said a lot.
We did.
I didn't always agree with everything he said.
I mean, you know,
but it was worth a conversation tackling, and I think we did a good job.
I think so. I think so. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who don't disagree with your boy, Barry Darius. That's fine. That is fine. We are, you know, we have our rights to our own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But what I do know is that at the end of the day, I have a very lovely and happy, right, spouse.
Right.
And we have a happy house. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. So I'm doing something right.
So we would definitely like to hear your comments. We would like to hear what you have to say about this. And are you being honest in your relationship? And are you making sure that everything that you're saying is with an intent for something to come out of it? Like a real communication. So we hope that you like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Love y'all. Peace.